All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the July Cohort weekly check ins. Today, we'll be witnessing the JavaScript presentations. I'm very excited to see what you guys came up with. I don't know, maybe I should just pick anyone who can start.
Nah, I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay,
Yeah.
Junaid. Junaid, your team will be going first. The floor is yours.
Sure.
Who was on your team, Junaid?
Bradley and Tiago.
Okay.
So can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So first how that's going to work. I'm first gonna walk you through the JavaScript and then I'm gonna show how it works.
All right.
Sure. So for the background animation, so this code adds a event listener. You can see the event listener to the entire body for the point move event. This event is a trigger when the mouse pointer is moved. Inside the handler, it calculates. Oh, I'm nervous inside position of the event. So yeah, basically, thus I said it sets the CSS property of the post X and post Y. Basically, what it does is a movement in the background. Congrats for Bradley for that. And then the global variables, those lines define the global variable to keep track of the scores for the two players. So it's this. Then it's another global elements for the dice. It's basically this two for dice one and for dice two. Okay, so the whole dice function. Because so basically this function generates a random number between one till six. Since it's basically this. It then obviously locks to the console, so when you like roll the dice, it locks to the console. Then we go to the for loops. So the first for loop, so this loop iterates from I equals to 1 to I equals to 6. It's used to manage the clauses on the dice 1 element, which is presented on the dice. Then if the value of the dice one, which is random generated, is equals to I, it adds to the clause shown I on the dice basically. This clause is used to display the appropriate side of the dice based on the random number generated on dice one. Because in the for loop is basically the same. This is basically the same for now for the dice two. This loop is similar the first one to the first one, which presents which basically represents dice two. It op- it, it it iterates from k equals to 1, and then it's k equals to 6 is removed any previous shown side of the clause and adds the appropriate clause to shown side of the dice based on the random generated. Basically, the loops are used to update the clauses on the dice elements to display the correct side of the dice based on the random generated. Then we go to basically this is the event handler for rolling the dice, which I added. So the code attach a on-click event handler to an element with an ID to roll. So it's this. when this element is clicked, it's called the old dice function. And so basically, it updates. We call the function to update the score and winner or draw function. Then, then, so this was done by, I didn't comment her name, I'm supposed to comment the name. But anyway, this is done by Tinyaka, where we allow the user to enter their names. So like a prop function, a prop, yeah. Then this is the add update function. This function generates a random number between 1 and 6 for two dice, the same as the roll dice function. It updates the score of player 1 score and player 2 score by adding the values to two dice. It updates the HTML element that displaying the score for both players. So like if you can see, let me just so it's basically that. So now for the final part, now the if function, yeah, for the function winner draw. So this function compares the score of the player 1 and player 2 to determine if it's a win or a draw. It updates the text of the H1 element in the HTML. So basically, it's basically the spot here on top. So player 2, if you continue rolling, oh yeah, let me just basically update. So like the draw happens when both two players has the same score, same amount. Yeah, and so basically, and yeah, then one more thing. Got for the dice to spin, we added the animation for it. So it's basically starts here. Bradley Bradley did this, so congrats for him. It's incredible. And obviously for the dots we use position. We just yeah, here's it.
Okay, well done, guys. Can you just show us how the game works, Junaid, and then let's see if it's responsive as well.
It's not responsive to that. Does it have to be responsive?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's
Okay, let's
responsive.
just see how it plays.
So yeah.
Can you first edit the names of the
Okay, sure.
players so we can see, and then you can roll the dice.
We just keep rolling.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So I can just yeah, it's not responsive.
Okay. Not too bad. You guys just need to just work on it a bit and then it will be responsive. But great job, guys. You guys really did a phenomenal job. I'm really, really proud of you guys. Um, Great use on the animation as well as using for loops and also the condition statements. I also love how you guys commented your work. Like I could read your code and I could understand what each line of code does. So that's a really, really good practice. Please don't lose that habit. It's so important when you are writing code. And then just maybe work on the responsiveness and just align a few of your items. Like I saw the button that says edit names. It's not, it's aligning or it's overlapping on top of some other elements on your game. It just
I
works.
think so. I think that happened when I added the JavaScript. So that's one of the bugs we had. We're so busy figuring out. So we didn't find it out this morning about it. So yeah.
Okay. It's okay. You guys did well. You guys did well. I'll look at your code again, but I'll give you guys an 85%. You guys did really, really well. Well done. All right, who's next? Next team. Let's go with CS team. Tejo, you have your hand up?
Can we go? Yeah, let's see a few.
Okay, okay, your team can go.
Can we start with JavaScript?
All right, who's on your team, Tejo?
That's me and Sia.
Okay, cool.
So she's gonna present the front end part.
All right.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can, Tejo.
So firstly, this is a Harry Potter themed dice game. So we start at the top with the game rules, where the game rules function basically controls how the rules are sorry, how the rules are displayed. And when clicked, it targets the HTML elements using the get by element ID. Yeah. And if it's displayed, you can click the button again and it will disappear from the screen. And going on to the Harry Potter theme song, when you click the button, it plays the audio. When you click it again, it pauses it. So that if it's played, you can pause it. If it's not, you can play it. And going to declaring variables. The variables we have are scores, current score, active player, playing, and round. Am I going too fast? No.
No, it's perfect. Don't worry.
Okay. So we initialize the games by storing storing the game data, which are the total scores, the current scores, the active player, and so on, and the rounds. Also, it keeps counts of the rounds. So we have in total 6 rounds. So each player plays 3 times, but they give each other a chance. When the first player plays, the next player plays. Yeah, and so and so. And then when the next player switches, we reset to to zero on the current scores. Yeah. Then this function switches the player. So when player one plays, the current score will be whatever they rolled, and the total score will be whatever the number is. And when the next player plays, also the current score updates to whatever they rolled, and the total gets that that score. And here it resends if it's the next player that plays, it resets to zero for the first player. And when the next player plays and holds to the next player, it resets to zero. This is where we switch active players, sorry. And this increases the rounds we play, and in total we have 6 rounds. So after the 6 rounds, the game ends and it announces who the winner is. And this function is for when the game ends. So if the total score or Slytherin is higher, the winner will be Slytherin. And if the total score for Gryffindor is higher, the winner will be Gryffindor, and it alerts at the top. It will say winner is Slytherin wins. And this function rolls the dice, and the and it sorry it generates random dice numbers from 1 to 6. And this updates the dice image for every round played, and this updates the results under respective players. So after Slytherin plays, maybe it rolls 6, the current score underneath will be 6. And if Gryffindor rolls 5, the current score under Gryffindor will be 5. And these event listeners make sure that um, uh, we call upon appropriate functions so the buttons work. So the roll dice will, will roll dice, and the hold button, when pressed, it will hold and switch to the next player. And the new game will refresh everything to 0, so we start a new game over. And this checks if when the game is over, it checks if okay, it checks if the game is up to 6 rounds. After 6 rounds, the game ends and it announces its winner. And this, when you refresh the page, the game starts over. And make sure that yeah, everything resets. Yeah, I think that it. Sia will present the front end part. Hello.
I'm just trying to share my screen now.
Okay.
You guys can see my screen, eh?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you how the game works. But first, I'm going to show you how these buttons work. So this is the audio button, of which if you click it, it plays a sound, which is our theme song for the Harry Potter, because we chose a Harry Potter theme, so everything we did had to go with like the theme. And then those are the game rules. And then if you click this button, the game rules will appear. And players who don't know how to play the game can read how to play the game, and I'll just quickly summarize the game rules for you. So basically, we have 6 plays. Each player gets to play 3 times or 3 turns before the game is over, and the winner is chosen if they have a higher score than the other. If they sorry, I'm nervous, but if they basically have a higher total than the other player, then they win. So I'll basically players get to choose which house they are from. They're either from Slytherin or from Gryffindor, and then to roll the dice, basically they have to click on the Wingardium Leviosa, which is if you watched Harry Potter, you'll know it's basically what they use to cast spells. So I'm just gonna play and show you how it actually works. So as you can see, the first play goes to Slytherin, and then to give the other player their turn, you press on hold, and then you play again, and then you hold. This is the second round. As you roll the dice, the numbers are added together, so you can come up with a score. So as you can see here, Gryffindor wins, and we'll see just a minute why Gryffindor wins. Because Gryffindor has a total score of 16, which is greater than the total score of 11 of Slytherin. So that's basically how it works. And the new game button is used to restart the whole thing, the whole game, so you can have a clean slate to start playing again.
Okay, well done, guys. I really like this. I like the theme that you guys went with. I enjoyed reading your code. It was really well commented and it was clean. Everything was properly
Thank
aligned, and you guys used DOM manipulation. And also, I just checked now on my side if it's responsive, and it's not responsive. But you guys deserve a
We'll fix that.
90%. This is really, it's thought out. I can see you guys put in a lot of effort. I like the different features. You added an audio. I just want to know, like, when you press hold, what does that do? So, like,
When
just
you
explain the functionality of that.
Okay, so when you press hold, say a player played their turn. So when
Mm-hmm.
you press hold, it stops the player from getting a second turn. It gives the other player their turn. So basically, hold is like, okay, stop now. It's my turn. That's what it does.
Okay, nice. I really, really like that. I'll give you guys a 90%. If you
Thank
guys had made it responsive, it would have been an easy 98 or a 95.
Yo,
Yeah, just make it responsive, guys.
we
And you
will.
can totally put this on your LinkedIn profile and also share it with people because this is really, really great, guys. Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
thank you.
You guys
It's
did
not
really
trying.
well. All right. Wow, I'm amazed. Let's see what the next team has. I think Palisa, Palisa, your team still has to go. Is Palisa and Kismat today?
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Pali, we're good. How are you?
I'm also fine. I'll be presenting the front end part. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, right. So let me start by refreshing our game. So this is our game. When you open it, there's a pop-up that says, Welcome to the dice game. Here are the instructions. The first one is that you select a unique name for each player. You click on the button to roll the standard six-sided dice. After rolling, the player with the highest dice number wins that round. If the players roll the same highest number, it's a draw. The players who wins the most round is the overall winner. So you click OK, and then you go to edit names. The first name is Kismat. Then the second name is Khadija. From there, you roll the dice, and then the score is updated. It says here that Khadija wins the game because she's the one with the highest number. You roll again. Kismat wins this time. Khadija wins the game. Okay, I was hoping to get a draw, but let me just present the code now. Oh, let me check if it's responsive. Um, so here it is. Go into our code. First, we have the window on load function. So this function displays the instruction once everything on our web page is loaded. The second one is the edit name function. We started by declaring variables player one and player two. On our function, we use the prompt function, which shows the message, change player one's name and change player two's name. And then we use the document query selector method. We targeted the P element, which is Khadija and Kismat in this case. and then we're going to override our initial variables, which are player one and player two. The next function, Kismat will take it from here. Kismat.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Palisa already explained. I cannot share my screen because I'm on the low shading. That's why I asked her to share the screen. But she explained most of the things that I was supposed to explain. The window. First, we started on the script. We started with the window load function, which allows the user displays the alert message. Immediately when you click on our link or on the game, it's gonna display the alert message. Then we use the two player names, player one and player two are initially defined. Then we inserted the edit name function, which allows the namer to, the players to change names after the using the prompt function dialog box. Then we used the whole dice function. The whole dice function it stimulates the rolling two sides of the dice, which we made it to delay in 2.5 seconds. So it function generate two random numbers between 1 and 6, representing the outcome of the dice. Then we use the HTML element img with class img1 and img2 are updated to show the random numbers generated when you roll the dice. Then what we did is those two scripts, img1 and img2, if the number are equal, it's gonna display draw. But if the player one combine the number and is he or she gets a smaller number, meaning the one who got the higher number will win. I don't know you understand. Do you follow?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. And then let me check from the screen. Then the players can use the roll dice function to initiate the dice rolls and determine the winner for each round based on their higher roll. The player who yeah yeah the roll dice function will initiate the dice roll and determine if the winner which one is the winner based on the higher number from 1 to 6. Yeah, I think that's it
All
on my
right.
side.
And what does the set timeout function do?
Our time out function, we use it to it generates the two numbers between 1 and 6, representing the outcomes of the dials, meaning the time roll we used it for the delay of, like when you click the whole dice, we use it for a time delay, like we made it to be 2.5 minutes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good job, guys. Well done, well done, well done. I like your game as well. Great use of colors. I like that your colors are neutral and it blends in nicely. I also like that you guys use a GIF to give an illusion that the dice is rolling. It's not responsive, so I'm gonna minus some points for that. But very clean code as well, and great use on DOM manipulation as well. You guys used everything that you were taught in the course, so I'm really, really happy about that. You guys all did super, super well. So I'll give Kismat, I'll give your team an 83%.
That's not bad.
All right. Well done, guys. I'm super proud of each and every one of you guys in this team or in this cohort. You guys really put in a lot of effort and I can see through your work. So well done. And I'm so happy that you guys collaborated well because I didn't hear anyone complaining and people crying. So you guys really, really made this work and I'm proud of you for that. Well done. I will be updating your marks as soon as I end this meeting. So I don't know if you guys have any questions. I just want to share with you guys the next level of what you guys will be doing. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed JavaScript. You guys are definitely going to enjoy the next levels that are coming as well. Because JavaScript was definitely the most challenging. Everything else that's coming is going to be easier. So you guys are now done with level 3. So you'll be moving on to level 4, which is your object-oriented programming and your ECMAScript 6. Let me just enter this. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right, so now guys, you'll be doing advanced JavaScript. So now you're done with the basics and the fundamentals. So congratulations by making it this far. Now we're going to be diving into the real work in JavaScript. Okay, so we'll be introducing you to what JavaScript does in more advanced ways and advanced concepts. Um, we have a very informative video that you will see when the course begins by Mosh Hamadani, my favorite ever tech influencer. He explains OOP so nicely in this video. So please make sure that you spend enough time going through this video. Try to go through it at least 3 times so that you can fully understand what is being said and you understand all the different concepts of OOP, which is polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, and everything else. And yeah, make sure that you understand this video because everything that's in this video will just follow everything else, right? So if you watch the video, ES6 is going to make sense. Inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction is going to make so much sense to you. So I would advise you not to skip the video. And then after that, we have week 2, where you guys will be starting with ES futures, ES6 futures. I'm sure you guys have come across these before. Let, keyword, const, and var, and why we no longer use var anymore, as well as block scoping and function scoping. All right. And then we also introduce you to arrow functions, template literals, and destructuring, as well as ES6 modules and promises. Okay. And then lastly, I want to introduce you guys to the capstone that you will have for this section. So basically this OOP level 4, you only have 2 weeks for it. So in the first week, there's no capstone, but in the second week, you have a project, a very big project. So we want to give you guys enough time to do it. You have 2 weeks. So I'd advise you as soon as it's open, please start. Please start because this project is not an easy one, right? And you'll be working in groups of 4. Okay, so it's the ticket station where you'll be consistent of 4 developers or 4 people on your team. And then you have to develop an online ticketing system called Ticket Station. So if you've ever went to maybe a Howler event and you've booked tickets before, you'd be familiar with this. You guys will be building something like that. So what is expected of you? You need to have a landing page, right? A landing page that introduces you to what the website is about, and it sure has to capture your users. You need to have a user authentication, a future identification, such as your ticket selection, event listing, and also where the user registers and authenticates. And then you need to use OOP, right? This is very important, guys. Please do not forget to use OOP. Our previous cohort somehow forgot how they forgot to incorporate OOP into the project and they had to start all over again. So you have to use OOP. Whether you use encapsulation, inheritance, use classes, at least incorporate a minimum of 2 OOP concepts in this project. Then we'll be happy. And then you need event listing, a ticket selection and booking process, and then you also have to deploy your project. So make sure your project is deployed and I can just have a link where I can just go click on it and see how the booking system works and if everything is functional. Okay, so you guys have 2 weeks, and then this is just the criteria of everything that is needed of you. Please do read this and go through it. It's very important. I will be grouping you guys shortly after this meeting. And yeah, do you guys have any questions? Tsecho,
So if we start the level today, when do we present?
all right, let me just quickly verify that for you. So today is the 30th of August. So on the 6th of September will be week one, right?
Okay.
So on the 13th, you'll be presenting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So please take note of that, guys. On the 13th of September, you'll be presenting your ticket station. Okay. Any more questions? No questions. All right. And I just wanted to address, guys, that please work together because this one is a very important project that we would like you guys to share with recruiters, share on your LinkedIn. It's a big project that's going to help you even get a job, right? Because you are incorporating something so powerful like oriented programming. So make sure that you work well with your team members, sort out any differences that you guys have, and please don't fight. I've been experiencing a lot of fighting in the different other groups. So I really believe in you guys because I haven't had any issues with you guys per se. And please keep it at that, right? And then lastly, I want to address that please show each other respect. In this bootcamp, we don't want to tolerate any form of disrespect, whether it's to your colleagues, whether it's to your mentors, or to your partner, right? Or your classmate. You guys need to show each other respect. And if you don't show each other respect, there will be consequences for that. Please, guys. All right, I've said everything I've wanted to say. Do you guys have any more questions? Then we can end the meeting here. No questions. All right, guys. Enjoy object oriented programming, and I will see you guys next week. Happy coding, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tejo.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Sia.
guys.
Bye, Bali.
Hi, Diego.